Hi, welcome to this edition of MTG Playback. I'm Mark. I'm an actual pastor who plays Magic the Gathering, and this whole series is where I play a game on Arena and then talk about it afterwards with the hope of getting better on my paper when I go to my local gaming store and play in person. So, for a while, I had been playing this this green, white, blue toxic deck and doing pretty well with it. I've decided to switch it up and changing to a rat based, mostly mono black toxic deck. It's based on one I've seen online. One of my issues is I do not have all the cards or all the rare wild cards necessary to actually make this deck work or do anything. So this series is where I'm basically grinding and hoping to get XP, hoping to get wins. It's going to be a struggle. I think I'm not going to get very many wins until I get my deck, get some more wild cards available. But I can also showcase the other decks that other people on Arena are using. So here we go. Here's my opening hand. It's I've got 2 land available, kind of something that's going to come in slow. No real 1-drops. This isn't a great hand. It's not a great hand, but I'm probably going to keep it anyway. So let's watch. And I believe I'm on the play. So waiting for the person in front of me to do something. Doop 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 doop. All right, they decided. Now it's time to go. Then I'm just kind of hoping that I'll get a land on my next draw. Really wish I had something here, like a rat or something. I think next time if I had to redo this, I wouldn't keep this hand. I need the damage. I need something out there that can go out there. Alright, see a Triume land, so I'm guessing it's going to be 5 colors or something big. Another land, which is what I was hoping for, or a creature or something. So, slow. This is very slow. I also haven't talked about this deck yet, mostly because I don't have all the rare cards I need for it. So you're just going to kind of see cards as they pop in. Every day or so I'm going to keep changing it, adding things, taking things away, etc. just to play around with it. A little bit slow. My opponent is taking their time. In some ways, I feel like they are doing like how I do things, which is where I like to tell people that I'm enjoying each step. So I'm going to play down So now I have 3 lands, and now I have some options. Instead of getting a creature on the board, because I saw they have red, so I'm guessing they have some type of removal, I decided to get more hands. This also allows me to give them a poison counter. So for things like other creatures, when they die, that they can proliferate, that's an option. Alright, Alright, so we got 4 mana available. And I decide, let's get the Blight Belly Rat. Let's bring both of them on board. And see what they do. Alright, so first go through the throat goes in, kills one, allows the proliferate to happen. That seems acceptable. Get my other one down. Alright, then they have an edict, so there's the removal. Again, but it dies and I get to proliferate. So I think this is a smart, at least as order, assuming that they have a lot of removal, is a smart thing to do. Get another land. Alright, decide to bring one of my bigger creatures. Problem is I have 3 spells. 3 removal spells, and they have none. Another go for the throat. Alright, so it's more control. I picked a Contaminator there rather than Shelly, just the idea being, because I expected that. I'm expecting a lot of removal. Now I'm hoping I get, like, rats or other creatures. Alright, so they play Herd Migration. So they search their library for a basic land card, they're going to reveal it. Play it down, put it down. They've got mana, I've got nothing. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to play another creature that if they decide to target, we'll give them another poison. Kind of waiting for them to target. Waiting for them to do something. Yep. And this is interesting. Riveter's Charge. So they're going to ask me to sacrifice a creature with the highest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. So I'm grateful that I didn't go just dump my field right then and there. So they played that, tapped out their mana, and then I played out Shelly. And they immediately make me sacrifice it. So now I've got 3 removal, and that's not about it. And then I get another removal. So this is where this ain't working. This ain't working. I got another proliferate. Alright, rebuild the city. So they're going to choose a target land. They're going to create 3 tokens that are copies of it. Except they're 3/3 creatures. So now all of a sudden they have a bunch of mana. And since they're 3/3s, my cut downs won't work. At the moment. So I'm going to play around. I'm making sense. Are they non-token creatures or sacrifice token creatures? They are considered token land creatures. But this doesn't really do too much to them. Gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do this was a trick that I wanted to do. Right? So cut down needs power and toughness of 5. So I'm gonna give it a -1 until end of turn and proliferate. Now they're at 4. Now I can use cut down on it. But really, 2 cards for 1 trade, and then I draw a land. That's not really a great trade. Arcane Bombardment. Now this is, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm going to pause here because I think it's important to watch. Arcane Bombardment, whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. I'm dead, right? Like, I know it. They're going to cast something and they're going to be able to do copies of it. And if they're going to get, they have removal, they have all these other things in their graveyard already, I'm dead. There's not much I can do here. They're going to be able to just play around this. So this is upsetting. This is annoying. This is also a card I haven't seen played in my other decks. So my other rounds. So we're going to see how it happens. All right. So I'm down to 15. Again, cut down, not happy. Not dead. Again, after all, these are not good. I need creatures. I need spells. I need removal. Burn down the house. All right. They're going to create a bunch of devil tokens. And they have a Go for Throat that was randomly exiled out of their graveyard, which they can use at any time. And they can cast multiple copies of it. So I know I'm dead. There's like nothing I can do. Alright, another Shelly, but so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna Yep, there's one from their hand. Right, not fun. Not the most fun thing. So I'm gonna just do the not for dead after all, but I know they're gonna be able to get rid of it. Now they have Herd Migration underneath and Go for the Throat underneath. Bring it back. It's a 5/6. It's tapped, so it can't block. They've got those 3/3s. They've got all that damage in the world. Another burn down the house. Another Herd Migration. They're gonna do Go for the Throat. Like, really, this is just bleh. So I think that the moral of the story is to mulligan, so I have creatures on the beginning. But I also appreciate... I think I played some of this part well, but just not well enough, so that is that edition, this map of this game version of MTG Playback. Thanks for watching. Please leave comments and like and subscribe. Let me know what I could have done differently. I think it's just the mulligan. Mulliganing would have made a big difference. Maybe might have still lost, but it might have lost in a different kind of way. So I'll see you next time for another edition of MTG Playback.